we thought went a little bit further in terms of analysis in expressing the fact that there has to be a conglomeration of all those persons who have interest in fishing. Not just those who are directly involved, but those who have indirect involvement. And we thought that they, through such great analysis and bringing much content, but we must point out though, that great content came from both sides. We saw a lot of appeal to statistics, to research that was done, to newspaper articles and that kind of thing. So we must commend both sides of the house for that. Give them a round of applause again. So with that understanding, we came to the unanimous decision that we would give the debate to the opposition team. And we thought that on the opposition team, from start to finish, they recurred the wonderful idea that the fishermen may lack the resources, right? So we need that kind of partnership so that they can get the resources. In addition to that, the fact that the fishermen have actually demonstrated that through overfishing and perhaps some amount of irresponsible behavior, they have led to a decline in the catch over the years, then we can't leave it in their hands alone. However, proposition made a very good counter case in saying that not all fishermen are bad. And we saw that coming out in the rebuttal speech, which we think was good. In addition to that, the proposition mentioned that there are examples, and we saw this coming out in a speech from Williams, Daniel Williams, very good job, sir. That there are examples where fishermen have managed sanctuaries and it has increased the catch. So now that we have mentioned the winner of the debate, we must also mention who the best speakers are. We had a very tough one, a very tough time deciding who the best speaker for this debate would have been. We thought that that's the second speaker from the proposition team, Mr. Daniel Williams, had very good argumentation. He was very logical in how he flowed. He came with a very good style and presentation tactic. And we thought that he was one of the top stars in the debate. Also, we thought that Reader from the opposition team came with very good style also. And he sort of brought the debate into much context and reaffirming the solid stance of his side in saying that if we have fishermen running these places, then it could present somewhat of a conflict of interest. And terms like those was what really made him one of the shining stars in the debate. So with that contention, we decided that we would have joint best speakers and we would honor Mr. Daniel Williams and Reader from the opposition.
No problem.
Okay, good.
And the joint winners will have no problem sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being a wonderful audience in a wonderful debate. Thank you.
So, we heard what the judges said. And are you pleased with yourselves? Opposition, are you pleased with yourselves? You're happy to be winners? Okay. So first, I am going to invite our second place speakers to come forward. And I'm going to ask to stand towards the middle section. And I'm going to invite from the Urban Development Corporation, Ms. Denise Bastiano to present each speaker with a trophy for their hard work. Denise, come on, yeah, right? Wonderful. Give them an applause. From the Water Resources Authority, I'm going to invite Ms. Alexia Gray to give the participants of the first place their trophies. We're going to invite Mr. Karen Campbell, the chair of the National Ramsar Committee, to present to the coach. Sir, do you have an assistant coach? You do? You sure about that? So who's the coach and who's the assistant coach? Oh, so you have two coaches or two teams. That's not a problem. So let me invite, so I'm going to ask you to hold on because it means I need the coach of the second place team. And hold on, it means I'm going to ask Mr. Campbell to hold on too because I'm going to ask Ms. Austin from the National Irrigation Commission to give the coach of the second place team a token of our appreciation. And next I'm going to ask Mr. Campbell as the chair of the National Ramsar Committee to give the coach of the first place team her token of appreciation. And next, I'm going to call on the Executive Director of CPAM to present a representative from the winning team who will take back their trophy to their school. So a representative, the opposers who won, yes. And we are going to invite Miss Patrice Gilpin and Miss Ingrid Parchment and a representative from the winning team, because Miss Gilpin is going to hand over the trophy, which CCAM will have for debating wetlands in this area each year. We have approximately 6 to 8 spaces on that trophy that are going to be filled up. So in a little while, we're going to have Bustamante High School. A plaque is going to be placed on it. So I'm going to invite Miss Gilpin to come forward and Miss Parchment. And the representative. So Miss Gilpin is going to hand it over to Miss Parchment, and Miss Parchment is going to hand it over to the winner. So from NEPA to CCAM, and CCAM to Bustamante High School, World Wetlands Day Debating Champions Team A. Give them an applause. Now if you think I am finished, I have icing to go on this cake, because we have 2 best speakers. And the First Heritage Corporation Credit Union will be investing in these speakers. Lean Coley from First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union. And let me invite our 2 speakers, or 2 best speakers. Mr. Williams and Mr. Reader. I don't know how they're going to share this trophy. Ms. Gilpin? They can turn one side that says NEP and one side that says, and one side that says First Heritage. So just hand it over. Miss Coley, I want you to be in this picture too, because this is best speaker. And smile for the camera. These are our future advocates who will be speaking in various forums. Little ones, look at them, you heard them. Because when they go on to college, and when they need the school fees to be paid, they are going to say, you know, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union gave me my second start after my parents. So you're going to go home this evening and you're going to say to my parents, Mommy, Daddy, whoever your guardian is, you're going to say, you know, First Heritage Credit Union says, I am going to take public speaking, debating, and my schoolwork to another level. Because when I leave 5th form, I'm going to do so well in my Cape. I'm going on to higher heights. And Mommy, this is going to be the beginning of starting off that account, because I am going to college and they are investing in me. Ladies and gentlemen, may I put the mic to Miss Colleen Cole so she can tell them what she has in store for them.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. It's almost afternoon. How are you doing today?
Thank you, and how are you?
I am well, but I'm not hearing everybody. I can't believe we are students, young, exuberant in this space. Come on. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Much better, much better. First Heritage Credit Union is pleased to be a part of the NEPA as well as CAM to support the wetlands. We know that it's important that we protect our wetlands, right? Yes, it's very, very important. And so we took the opportunity to be a part of it to sponsor the best speaker. However, there's an S that is added to that. We didn't know it was going to happen, but it did. And we are very pleased to show these 2 gentlemen that it is important for investment and we want to invest in their future starting now. We have a booth outside and we have youth reps that you can talk to. Tell Mommy and Daddy about us. We have youth accounts. We invest in our youth starting from now. we want to hand over this check. Is it a check? It's a mock-up check. Yes, it is. Of $20,000 to Mr. Williams and Mr. Reader. It was supposed to be $20,000 for one, but the judges have awarded two, so we will share it half and half. Give them a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you thought I was finished sharing and rewarding, right? Because our speakers could not have come up here and spoken, and these persons had the chance to listen to them and give them the fairest grading. So, may I invite my judges? From the Forestry Department, let me invite Mr. Diop Brahim to give to Mr. Inalik Wilmot, the manager of the Boscobel and Orocabesso Fish Sanctuary, for taking time out, for coming from St. Mary. And he was the first to reach here this morning to be a judge. So when persons are quoting, they all know the people you're talking about. Thank you, Mr. Wilmot. And let me invite Miss Patrice Gilpin from NEPA to present to Mr. Andre Kong